Hey everyone, it's gonna be a more serious video today, but on the bright side, it's an animation. They're back. So, the ongoing pandemic has left, I believe, most of us in a state of uncertainty. Like many in the world, I don't know how this is gonna turn out for me, for my future, for my family's stability, and for my friends around the world. Before, there was no way to contact anyone other than in person. And now, we live in a world where we can connect with each other through text, emails, the social media, the internet. Most of us nowadays can agree that without these devices we would go crazy. Even though I wasn't born in an era in which these technologies were not available, and the only way to actually get to know someone was to approach them directly, it would be super interesting to see how people back then would deal with the COVID-19 outbreak. I am quite surprised, as I wouldn't have thought that what I currently miss the most is physical contact. Physical contact. Physical contact. Laughing at a joke someone said at the table, going out with others to drink, eat, to chill out, go clubbing, hugging people. I miss all of those things very dearly at the moment. What I want to talk about right now is my experience on how this virus has impacted my social relationships. It is shocking how not even real interactions these days are needed to find out information about a person. You can just scroll to someone's Instagram page, their Twitter feed, their Facebook profile, and dig and dig and dig the parts of themselves that they want to display out to you. Because accept it or not, every bit of ourselves that we provide to the world out there has been chosen for a reason. Because you and I and everyone cares to some degree about what everyone knows and thinks of you, otherwise social media wouldn't really exist. But what am I getting at? If you have been here for a while, you could probably work out I am an insecure person. Like many, I am insecure about how I look, how I speak, how I come off to those around me. I'm not trying to get really philosophical here, but I do think that that's just something that everyone experiences when growing up, these days at least. We want to have decent opportunities and options and nice people around us, or at least what we perceive as nice people. And it's so hard to know because developing relationships with people in person is an entirely different experience in comparison to developing them behind the screen. Because that allows the opportunity for one to leave a lot of emotion up in the air. After a while, a little voice in your head starts whispering questions. Why aren't they replying to my texts anymore? Why aren't they eager to have a conversation? And it does get progressively worse because other little voices start arguing in your head up to the point where you feel like it's going to explode. Maybe they're angry at me for something I did, something I said. Should I reach out? Am I being annoying for reaching out? Am I being ignorant? I had a few of these moments during the past 2 years where I did feel like that. I mean, I am an international student, and that means that I'm constantly moving. And a challenge that comes with constantly moving is I have to leave my previous friend group and search for a new one each time. The transitions are not always easy, but at this point I've gone through it enough times to the point where it's not really that difficult to recognize the position you lie in this new environment. But the quarantine is an unexpected twist on that challenge. I am adjusting, but when that adjustment requires zero in-person interactions, those little voices become my only company, with the exception of my family, who's also slightly driving me nuts. And with the lack of people, the little voices start getting stronger and louder. Because there's a large portion of a day where I'm just not talking to anyone since we can't leave our houses. It's frustrating, some days feeling like you're mixing in really well with the gang, and some days just feeling extremely lonely, and it's terribly because then you believe you can rely on others with issues that come up. It's impossible to make everyone like you for who you are. Just look at our society. We disagree on everything. Guns, abortions, rights, healthcare, call it what you want. There are simply too many clashing opinions out there for me to list down in this video. I admit I've had doubts about some people that I've gotten close to over these last few years, and I absolutely hate feeling like that because I know deep down who I can trust. The isolation sometimes blurs my sight for a period of time and I can't make out who's lying where. In the long run, it doesn't really matter. Deep down, I know who those true friends are that I will meet at the end of this tunnel, this pandemic, this virus, whatever it is. Conclusion of this story, I'm slowly losing it here. Anyway, don't listen to the voices, trust yourself, and that's all I wanted to get off my chest because I have nothing else to do. If you have been struggling with the same sort of thoughts, you're welcome to drop a comment below, tell me what you think, subscribe and like, and if you haven't already, please tap that bell to get notified when I release a new video. What did you think of the animation comeback? I think it was time for its return. See you next time. You know, it's really hard to not sound like a corny YouTuber when making these. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if it came off as sad. I'll try to make a comedic video next time, not go too depressive on the subject matter. This is not the happiest I've been. It's been kind of hard, but I mean, I'll make something funny next time. Yeah, I'll do that.